Hello, fellow travelers. Whether you're a seasoned explorer or just beginning your journey, today's adventure promises to be truly special. We're setting our sights on Vatican City, the world's smallest independent state, yet a place that holds some of the most magnificent artistic and spiritual treasures on Earth. At its heart lies the legendary Sistine Chapel, a masterpiece that has captivated visitors for centuries. Picture yourself standing beneath a ceiling where every inch bursts with color and story, painted by the genius Michelangelo. The sheer scale and detail are breathtaking, and it's easy to lose yourself in the scenes that unfold above. This isn't just art, it's a living experience, a moment that lingers in your memory long after you leave. The awe on every visitor's face says it all. The Sistine Chapel stands as a testament to human creativity, faith, and devotion. Every year, millions from every corner of the globe make the journey here, drawn by its beauty and significance. As we explore together, we'll uncover the fascinating stories behind the art, the powerful popes who commissioned these works, and the artists who poured their souls into every brushstroke. You'll discover how the chapel became a symbol of both artistic achievement and spiritual devotion. Our journey begins in the iconic St. Peter's Square, a grand open space surrounded by centuries of history, where pilgrims and travelers have gathered for generations. The Vatican museums are a treasure trove, filled with masterpieces from every era, ancient sculptures, Renaissance paintings, and priceless artifacts, each step bringing us closer to the chapel. As we wander through these grand hallways, anticipation builds with every turn, each corridor offering a new glimpse into the past and a promise of the wonders ahead. No matter your background or beliefs, this journey is a pilgrimage into the very heart of Western culture and human achievement. So settle in and get comfortable as we embark on this immersive virtual tour together. You don't need a plane ticket, just your curiosity and sense of wonder. Along the way, I'll share practical tips for planning your own visit, and reveal the secrets that make the Sistine Chapel an unforgettable destination for travelers and art lovers alike. By the end of our journey, I hope you'll be inspired to experience this wonder for yourself. Let's step inside and begin our adventure. To truly appreciate the Sistine Chapel, it helps to first understand the remarkable place it calls home, Vatican City. This tiny, walled enclave is unlike anywhere else on Earth. Covering just over 100 acres in the very heart of Rome, Vatican City is the world's smallest independent state. Yet it's the headquarters of the Catholic Church, the spiritual center for over 1 billion people, and the official residence of the Pope. Despite its tiny size, Vatican City has had an outsized influence on Western civilization, shaping the course of history through religion, politics, art, and science. Its impact can be felt far beyond its walls. The area's story stretches back to the days of ancient Rome. This was once the site of St. Peter's martyrdom, making it sacred ground for Christians for nearly 2,000 years. In the 4th century, Emperor Constantine recognized its importance and built a grand basilica here, transforming the site into a destination for pilgrims from across the world. Over the centuries, successive popes expanded the complex, adding magnificent palaces, lush gardens, and imposing fortifications. Each edition reflected the changing times and ambitions of the Church. In 1929, Vatican City became an independent state, complete with its own laws, postal system, and the iconic Swiss Guard, who have protected the Pope for centuries in their colorful uniforms. Its cultural significance is immense, home to St. Peter's Basilica, one of the world's most important churches, and the Vatican Museums, which house masterpieces from every era and corner of the globe. For travelers, Vatican City offers a rare opportunity to witness an extraordinary concentration of history, faith, and creativity, all within a single square kilometer. Every year, millions are drawn here, pilgrims, art lovers, and curious visitors alike, eager to experience its art, spirituality, and unique atmosphere. Whether you're attending a papal audience, wandering through the museums, or simply marveling at the art, a visit to Vatican City is truly unforgettable. And at the very heart of this remarkable place lies the Sistine Chapel, our next stop, and a masterpiece waiting to be explored. Let's continue. Our journey begins in the iconic St. Peter's Square, the spiritual and architectural heart of Vatican City, where centuries of history and faith converge in a single breathtaking space. Designed by the genius Gian Lorenzo Bernini, the square's sweeping colonnades reach out like open arms, welcoming pilgrims and travelers from every corner of the globe. The statues of saints perched above seem to watch over the crowds, adding a sense of reverence and grandeur. At the very center stands an ancient Egyptian obelisk, a silent witness to the passage of time, connecting the present to a distant past and reminding us of the layers of history beneath our feet. Facing the majestic facade of St. Peter's Basilica, you can't help but feel dwarfed by its scale and splendor. The intricate details and soaring columns inspire awe, inviting you to pause and take in the magnitude of this sacred place. From here, your path leads along the ancient Vatican walls, each step building anticipation as you approach the entrance to the world-renowned Vatican museums, a treasure trove waiting to be explored. To make the most of your visit, it's wise to book your tickets online in advance. This simple step lets you skip the famously long lines and spend more time immersed in art and history. Once inside, you'll find yourself navigating a labyrinth of galleries, each one brimming with priceless art, ancient sculptures, and masterpieces that span centuries. Every corridor holds a new discovery, and every room tells a different story. Among the highlights is the dazzling gallery of maps, where vibrant frescoes and gilded ceilings transport you across Italy's landscapes and history. The Raphael rooms are another must-see, each wall and ceiling a canvas for the genius of Raphael, offering a glimpse into the Renaissance at its peak. The museums are vast and can be overwhelming, so it's important to pace yourself, take breaks, and perhaps follow a map or guide to ensure you don't miss the highlights. Eventually, all paths wind their way toward the legendary Cappella Sistina, the Sistine Chapel, the crown jewel of the Vatican museums. As you draw closer, the crowds grow denser, and a hush settles over the visitors, everyone united in anticipation of what lies ahead. You descend a narrow, winding staircase and step through an unassuming doorway, leaving behind the noise and bustle of the galleries. Suddenly you find yourself inside the Sistine Chapel, surrounded by silence and the collective awe of those around you. The transition is dramatic. The bustling energy of the museum melts away, replaced by a profound stillness and reverence that fills the sacred space. Here, beneath Michelangelo's breathtaking ceiling, you've arrived at the very heart of the Vatican's artistic and spiritual legacy. The journey from St. Peter's Square through the museums to the Sistine Chapel is one you'll never forget, a pilgrimage through art, history, and wonder that leaves a lasting impression on every visitor. Entering the Sistine Chapel, you're immediately drawn upward. The ceiling is a whirlwind of color and movement, hundreds of figures, each alive with detail and emotion. Michelangelo painted over 5,000 square feet, lying on his back for 4 years. The result is a unified masterpiece telling the story of Genesis, from creation to Noah. Despite the crowds, a reverent silence fills the room. Visitors from around the world share a collective sense of wonder. Many sit along the benches gazing upward in contemplation. Decades later, Michelangelo returned to paint the altar wall, the Last Judgment. This dramatic fresco, darker and more intense, depicts the final judgment of humanity. Seeing both works in one room reveals the evolution of a master's vision. The chapel contains both the beginning and the end, biblically and artistically. It's a space that invites reflection and awe. Michelangelo's ceiling is a visual epic, organized into 9 central panels that tell the story of Genesis. As you walk through the chapel, you journey from Noah's story back to the moment of creation. The most iconic image is the creation of Adam, God and Adam's fingers nearly touching, capturing the spark of life. Surrounding the central panels are powerful prophets and sibyls, each alive with emotion and character. Michelangelo's sculptor's eye brings every figure to life, making the scenes dramatic and real. The ceiling's revolutionary style influenced artists for centuries. It's not just beautiful, it's a masterclass in storytelling and anatomy. The figures seem to leap from the ceiling, full of energy and presence. This lifelike quality is what makes the Sistine Chapel so unforgettable. It's a triumph of human imagination. After the ceiling, your eyes are drawn to the altar wall, the Last Judgment. Painted when Michelangelo was in his 60s, it's a swirling vision of the end of time, filled with over 300 figures. At the center, Christ the Judge raises his arm, surrounded by saints and the Virgin Mary. The dead rise on one side, the damned fall on the other, hope and despair captured in every face. Michelangelo even painted his own likeness on the flayed skin of Saint Bartholomew, a personal reflection on mortality. The fresco blends Christian theology with classical mythology, creating a scene of universal awe. When unveiled, its nudity shocked many, leading to later additions of painted drapery. Today these breaches remain, a testament to the painting's controversial history. The Last Judgment is a powerful meditation on justice, faith, and the human condition. It commands attention and contemplation. Together with the ceiling, it forms the chapel's dramatic heart. The Sistine Chapel is more than an art gallery. It's a sacred space. It serves as the Pope's private chapel and the site of the papal conclave, where new popes are elected. The art was designed as a visual Bible, with stories from Genesis, Moses, and Christ covering the walls. The Last Judgment reminds all who enter of life's ultimate questions. For many, standing here is a spiritual experience regardless of faith. The chapel's beauty and meaning are inseparable, art and religion fused in one space. It's a place that invites deep reflection and wonder. Here the human spirit and the divine meet. To make the most of your visit, plan ahead. Book tickets online from the official Vatican Museum's website to skip long lines. Early morning or late afternoon slots offer a quieter experience. Wear comfortable shoes. The museums are vast. Respect the dress code, cover shoulders and knees, and remove hats. Inside the chapel, silence is required, no photos or videos allowed. This preserves the art and lets everyone be present in the moment. Learn about the chapel before you go. A guide or documentary can enrich your visit. Take your time inside. Find a seat and let your eyes wander. Focus on one section at a time to avoid feeling overwhelmed. Allow at least 20-30 minutes to absorb the beauty. The journey is as important as the destination. Savor every moment. We've journeyed through the Vatican's grand halls to the Sistine Chapel's breathtaking ceiling. Michelangelo's art, history, and the chapel's sacred atmosphere combine for an experience that words can barely capture. Standing there in person is truly transformative. The Sistine Chapel reminds us of humanity's potential to create beauty that transcends time and culture. I encourage you, see it for yourself. Plan your visit, walk those storied halls, and look up in awe. Whether you're an art lover, a history buff, or a curious traveler, the chapel will leave you changed. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope it's inspired your own adventure. Until next time, happy travels.